Hi, I am Mandy of Madcow Designs. It is July 6, 2023, and this is Stitch 56. Pepper Ann is home today, so you might hear the doorbell go off shortly. She's outside and it is warm. By warm, I mean really hot. So, I have noticed that there are new subscribers to the channel. Hello, welcome. Quick overview. I am the maker and owner behind Madcow Designs. I knit, crochet, do a little bit of spinning. I should probably do more spinning, but in what time do I have to do more? Because I'm also a graphic designer and I have been busy on the computer doing lots of design work, which is exciting and just, takes up all the time. That's all I can say. So, hello, welcome. This is where I sit in front of a camera and there's that doggy doorbell I was talking about. So, this is where I just kind of ramble on about life and yarn. Lots and lots of yarn. So, I'm gonna go let the dog in and I'll be right back. Dog is in. I live in North Louisiana with my husband, our 2 kitty cats, and our dog. So it's a pretty full house. A little crazy around here. I have no idea what is in store for me from one week to the next. Last week I told you that I'd record this on Wednesday. I'm not. It's Thursday. The trip to my parents' house was postponed by a few days. I'm not sure when I'm going yet, and that is all on me. My life is crazy. I don't know what to say. Down below in the show notes you can find links to everything. If I mention a designer or one of their patterns, any kind of yarn, all of it gets linked down below. I do have project pages for all of my projects and they are not on Ravelry. My project pages are over on my personal website, so everybody has access to it and can see what all I'm doing. If you have any questions and it's not in my project notes, message me. I am more than happy to go back in and add more notes, answer any questions where you might be lost and confused. I also have links to all of the social medias, including the new Threads. I have no idea what Threads is, gonna be honest. I don't know. It became public last night. It's been in beta for a while. Last night they opened it to the general public. It's Threads by Instagram, and apparently it looks like Twitter, but there's no hashtags. I'll figure it out. But if you're on Threads, you're interested in joining, I'll have the link down below where you can find my account. I am most active on Instagram, working on Facebook. I don't care for Facebook, and I managed to mess up a lot of my social media stuff. So now I can't cross-post from one platform to the other. Yeah. Anyways, I have lots of really interesting knits to share with you this week, so let's start with finished objects. So, first up, I have a stack of dishcloths. These are for my neighbor. I can get 2.5 dishcloths out of one thing of yarn, which this is Hobby Lobby's I Love This Cotton yarn, because so far it's the softest cotton I have found. But I can get 2.5 dishcloths out of one ball, so then I always end up with one that's a half and half, and it's fun. I use PJ Allen's Grandma's Favorite Dishcloth pattern, and I do the one with eyelets in it because they're pretty. So yeah, I made 4 of these, and now that they're done and I showed you, I can take them next door She likes to use these for bath time for her grandson. I thought that was really sweet. I am also going to take her a dish scrubby. What? I have tried and tried to make dish scrubbies because I have some that I bought from Amazon and I love them. They're like really scrubby on one side and then kind of that microfiber cloth on the other side, and I can put them in the washing machine, bleach, dryer. They're great. So I found this stuff, which is Scrubology. I brought the tag. Scrubology Scrub It by Yarn Bee. It was not a nightmare to work with. Not my favorite yarn by far, but not nearly as bad as the one that Red Heart makes with all the little squiggly bits coming off of it. That I just couldn't work with at all. No. So this was actually pretty nice. I made 10 of them. I was able to get 10 out of one skein of the Scrubology. This is, I think it was called Brown Scrubby by Rachel of Desert Blossom Crafts. Oh, that is exciting. So I'm going to put one in my kitchen. I'll give one to the neighbor to try out, and I'll probably give my mom a couple of them to let her try, and I'm going to run them through the washer with bleach, because if it goes in my kitchen, it needs to be able to be sanitized. So I am just so excited about these. I hope this is something I can actually make, because this is one of those things that I will use it. Okay, that is everything for finished objects. Whips. Whips are looking a little funny this week. So this might look finished, but it's not, because I only have the one. So this is Kimbers Cozy Creations in Singing in the Rain with lavender and stormy for minis. I am using my 2x2 feet sock pattern. I did not start the second one. It is on hold until some of these knit-alongs calm down. Probably about a week. I should be able to cast on the second one and get this finished up, but it's just gonna have to wait a little bit. I really like how it turned out. It's looking really good. And yeah, I'll be excited when I have these to wear. So that is my first work in progress. My second one is in a bag that my dad printed for me. This is Knit Picks Felici in Night Market. These colors are fantastic. I am using my Magic Vanilla sock pattern so that I can get a pair out of one cake of Felici. And I am also using my color change ridges pattern. So the color change ridges pattern is basically just where you do a knit one, purl one at the color change. You can attach it to any of your favorite vanilla patterns. Love it. So working on that, I have a stitch marker from Sock Camp 22 that I made, and I stopped mid-toe, like middle of decreasing for the toe. I stopped. Not something I usually do, but bigger and better things were calling my name, so maybe we should talk about those. This will be something that I work on probably for the next couple of days. Today's Thursday. I'll probably work on this tonight and some tomorrow, and then the rest of the knit along. The knit along that I mentioned earlier. Yeah. Yeah. It started today. It's going to kick into full swing Saturday night. Let's talk about it. This is my summer sock camp bag from last year. I picked it because it's big and I am holding 4 cakes of yarn in here. So, this is my Stephen West surprise sock along. If you do not want spoilers, you may want to skip ahead. And lucky for you, I figured out how to make chapters in my videos. It was stupid easy, and I don't know why I haven't been doing it before. So, now there are chapters, and if you don't want to see Stephen West work, it will always be in a chapter all by itself, and you can skip it. So, this is a mystery sock knit along. It started today, and in fact, I was still awake when the pattern was released at 3:30 this morning. I was good though. I was already in bed. I was about to go to sleep when I saw that the pattern updated, and I stayed in bed. I did not get up. I did not go cast on the sock like I wanted to. So, I'm going to show you my yarn before I show you the sock. So if you want to see the yarn and not the pattern, you got just a second. For my main color, I am using Southern Skeins Trick or Treat. It's brown, gray, black. It's a tonal and it's dark. I like it. For my contrast color, I have Fangirl Fibers 1000 Yellow Daisies. It was part of her Gilmore Girl collection. And they contrast. You can't get too much more contrasted than that. I did go ahead and divide. I never do this, y'all. I went ahead and divided my cakes in half so that I can work on 2 socks at the same time. For my second sock, I am going to inverse the colors. I will have fraternal twins. So my main color will be the white and my contrast will be the black. I think it's fun. I do that fairly often when I have pattern socks like this. I'll swap the colors around. Okay, last chance to look away. I'm about to show the beginning of the sock. The pattern came out today. Normally, most weeks, I'm not going to have this much progress to show, but I was really excited today and put off recording till late. This is what I have so far. This is only the cuff, so he has the cuff instructions and then section 1 of the legs. That was the clue for this week. I have only finished the cuff. Can you see this right here? There is cabling that moves your rib over. I had to tink back half a round on a cable round because I cannot watch TV and knit this pattern. That didn't go so well. So, the next section is where I will start using my other color. I'm really excited. That is definitely going to get finished today. I haven't seen anybody else's yet. I also haven't been on Ravelry, so I don't know what it really looks like yet. I can read the pattern. I have an idea of what it looks like. I don't know what it looks like. So this is just never in a million years did I think to move the ribbing like that. That is just crazy. So, really looking forward to learning a lot. Stephen West is always putting the craziest things together, so I know I'm going to learn something, probably lots of things. I have never made a Stephen West pattern. This is my first time making one of his patterns, and I'm very excited. There are instructions for a left and a right sock. So if you want, it will mirror. So let's see. These cables angled this way. If I make the left sock, they will angle this way. I plan on making a left and a right sock. He said that if you're a beginner or you get confused by a left and a right, to just make 2 right socks, it's fine. They'll just all angle the same way, which they'll match and it'll be cute. I want a left and a right. I mean, if I'm going to challenge myself to follow his pattern, I'm going to follow. But I cannot start a second one until after next week, because all my needles are going to be in use. With that, let's talk about why all of my needles will be in use. This is my summer sock camp bag from this year. And it has the other 2 sets of needles, because this is going to be my sock week socks, and I'm going to be knitting them in tandem. So I'm going to knit 2 socks at the same time, not on the same needle. I am using this beautiful yarn from Southern Skeins. It is called Hissy Fit, and it was from January, her membership. This is the mini that came with it. I am looking forward to doing this. It is not in a sock because I am going to pull from the outside and from the inside at the same time. So here's my inside. I will be making 1 sock from this direction. I'll pull from the outside and make a second sock from that direction. The way that I do this so that I don't have to split my yarn, you just kind of have to be careful. Don't get overexcited, make a hot mess of all your yarn. Set the cake out like this and work on one of the socks. When you're ready to work on the other sock, flip your cake over and you can work from the other side. And then your strings don't get tangled around each other. One gets pulled from the center, one gets pulled from the outside. And it works. So, I hate splitting yarn, and then I end up with 2 scraps instead of 1 scrap, and it annoys me a lot. So when I can, I do this. I was not confident in my abilities to do that with 2 cakes of yarn at the same time for the Stephen West, which is why I went ahead and split those yarns. So this is all bagged up, ready to go, and it starts Sunday the 9th. There is a kickoff party through Knitty Natty's membership of Love and Stitches that happens at midnight Eastern time. I am in Central, so it'll be at 11 p.m. She said that if you want to start at whenever the kickoff time, the cast on party, that's what she calls it, a cast on party. If you want to start whenever that happens, you're welcome to. So I'm going to be starting an hour early for my time zone. It'll be fine. My goal is to knit a pair of socks. So for sock week, all she asks is that you knit one sock, start to finish, in 8 days. So I'm going to be doubling that. I'm going to try and knit a pair of socks in 1 week. I think I'm trying to decide if I want to do vanilla socks or if I want to do the 2 by 2 feet pattern. I'm really on a 2 by 2 feet kick pattern right now. So I have until Sunday to decide, and I will be working on those for a week. And that'll be all 3 sets of the knitting needles that I own. Once sock week is over, I'll cast on the second sock for Stephen West, and it will be a left sock. Yeah. Okay. Sock week. If you recall, I was a sponsor for Sock Week. I made a planner that you could use for the week of, and these sponsors were invited to play Family Feud. What? I volunteered. I signed up. I am going to be playing a knit and crochet edition of Family Feud hosted by Natalie and her husband on Thursday night. I have no idea what to expect. I don't know. I know what Family Feud is. I know how to play it. I tend to kind of short circuit and go completely blank when people ask me questions on the spot. This should be entertaining. So again, if you have a membership to Love and Stitches, you're gonna get to watch me completely space out. It's gonna be great. I won't. I know the information. I just need to be a little more confident. That's all. I can do this. It'll be okay. Okay, check my notes, see what else I have going on. We kind of reached the chatter point. There's a lot of chatter kind of mixed in throughout this video this week. But I do have my June grams count. So curiosity killed the cat. I wanted to know this year how many grams I actually use of yarn. It counts work and personal knits, and so since I do knit and crochet for work, I use a lot of yarn. For June, I worked up 649.9 grams. I made 5 pairs of socks, like adult socks, and 5 dishcloths. That was where the majority of all that came from. There were some other little odds and ends in there, but that was the majority of it. So yeah. And I have the itch. I signed up for one of my favorite markets. It happens in October, the Minden Makers Fair, and I love it. It was one of the first ones that I ever did, and it was just, it feels good. Everybody there knows each other, and I really enjoy it. It happens in the fall, in October, so I have the itch, and I think I'm about to pull out the glow-in-the-dark yarn and make some Glow Ghost. I'm gonna go ahead and start stockpiling on some Glow Ghost. Yeah, and I need to make some more Pac-Man. I designed a Pac-Man with the little ghost, and I kind of ran a thread through them that you can cut later to release all the pieces. But that way you buy Pac-Man and like 3 ghosts, and I've only ever made one, and it's sold at the first show I took it to. So maybe that means that they do well. I need to make some more of those. I really need to do some more making for work. Other than October, I don't have a show coming up, but that doesn't mean that I won't just randomly sign up for one with a 2-week notice like I like to do. Anything else? There's just so much. This has been a busy summer. I am not sure what next week is going to look like. I may or may not have a podcast next week. We'll find out. Southern Skeins released the trailer, I'm going to call it a trailer, for her Halloween Advent box. It is 4 skeins of yarn. You open 1 skein a week for the month of October, and it is true crimes, serial killers, and I made something to go in the box. I made an interactive book. Y'all need to go check that out. I didn't bring one in here to show off because I don't know how much Jenna wants me to show off, but there is the trailer on Instagram and possibly on her website. I think there's photos at least on her website of some of the extras and goodies that you're gonna get in that box, and oh my, if you are into true crimes, you're gonna love that box. That's all I can say. I do have an affiliate link down below if you're interested, and there's a coupon code listed next to it as well that you are welcome to use and get 15% off. That's not nothing. So yeah, I think that pretty much sums up everything that's going on at the moment. So I hope y'all are having a wonderful week. I will talk to y'all again next week. Maybe the next. I'm not sure yet. But take care of yourselves, and I will see you next time. Bye.